I know I'm a bit late to this, but I just had to make a video on Jannik Sinner finally becoming a Grand Slam champion. And what a tournament run it was. He was destroying people up until the quarterfinal. That Rublev match was close, but still a straight set beatdown. And then he even destroyed Djokovic. And despite Djokovic saying that, he wasn't playing well on the day, he got absolutely outplayed by Jannik. And only dropping a set on the way to the final, where, again, he beat Daniel Medvedev, who's now lost a second Australian Open final from 2 sets to love up. And I just feel so bad for Daniil, man. You can tell that he really wanted this one, because I feel like after those 2 sets that he won, he must have thought he was going to reverse his fortune after that 2022 final. However, the same thing happened. He lost the third and fourth set, 6-4, 6-4. I was surprised he didn't lose the fifth set 7-5, but, it wasn't exactly the same, but basically the same scoreline. And I'm so happy for Jannik, but I'm also very upset for Daniil. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but yeah, Jannik Sinner now a Grand Slam champion, and he has been the most improved player post-US Open, and you could argue that he's the best player in the world right now. Well, his ELO ranking would definitely suggest that, having him, then Djokovic, then Alcaraz, which is fair. And I'm interested to see how he performs in these ATP tournaments coming up in February and March, in the lead up to clay court season, because Indian Wells in Miami, he obviously made the semi-final and the final in those two events, and with the improvements he's made so far, you could see him winning that. And also props to Daniil Medvedev as well for clocking in the most hours on court on the way to the final. And he survived so many big scares. He was 2 sets to love down against Emil Ruusuvuori. Definitely could have lost that match. Looked very tired, but somehow managed to, in that fifth set, Ruusuvuori just crashed. He was making too many unforced errors, and Medvedev escaped. Then again against Hurkacz, Medvedev looked so tired in the fourth and fifth, but then somehow he's just manages to get the win. And even against Zverev, I thought Zverev had him done. Like, those 2 tiebreaks, I thought he at least would one of them, but no. Medvedev somehow, as he always does, outclutches Alexander Zverev and wins in 5 sets, down from 2 sets to love. And then, loses from 2 sets to love up. So I guess that's just his story of the tournament, but props to him as well for a great tournament one. Now, where does this leave the ATP Tour as a whole? Because, Jannik seems to be the top dog right now, beating Djokovic and Medvedev, 2 of the kind of big 4 we have now in tennis, with Sinner, Medvedev, Alcaraz and Djokovic. And obviously, because Alcaraz lost to Zverev, we didn't really get to see our top 4 in the semi-final, which I'm sure everyone really wanted, because the top 4 playing in the semi-finals would have been absolutely blockbuster. But, Zverev played really well as well. It was good to see him bring a good level, and good to see him, continuing with his mental struggles and bottling another match. But so hopefully Alcaraz can bounce back. He gained some points. Djokovic lost quite a few points. Sinner gained quite a few points. Medvedev also gained quite a few points because Korda took him out in round 3 in 2023. So, brought that top 4 a lot closer together. So over these next few tournaments, we could see a 4-way fight for world number 1. And depending how Alcaraz does in the Sunshine Double, because he has semi-final points and a title win to defend as well. And obviously Medvedev has a title win, Sinner has finals and semi-finals, and Djokovic has nothing. So we could see how this plays out. I don't know, maybe Sinner gains a few points, Alcaraz loses a few, Djokovic could gain potentially quite a lot. So we'll see what happens going into clay court season. And this tennis landscape is very exciting. It's good to have good competition now. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care and peace.